All right, so now that we've got our DHCP server installed, let's run through adding in a scope and adjusting some of those settings in the scope as well. So I've got the DHCP administrative tool, I've got it launched, I'm running it as administrator. And if I expand out DNS01 over here, which is my DHCP server, we can also expand out IPv4 and see that we do not currently have any scopes set up. So to create a scope, we're gonna right click on IPv4 and select the option for new scope. And then this launches the new scope wizard. So we just want to start by clicking on next and then give our scope a descriptive name. I'll be really boring here and just call it corporate. And then specify the start and end IP addresses that scope will be handing out. So one thing you notice here, or you may need to whip out a subnet calculator like I did, is that I'm not actually handing out addresses at the beginning or end of the subnet. And that's just in case that I need to set up some static addresses and have them be outside the DHCP range so that they're not going to be handed out by my DHCP server. And then if there are other addresses that we want to exclude, we can specify them here on the add exclusions and delay options for the new scope wizard. And so I'm adding in another range from 10.3.1.1 to .20, just so I have some addresses there. I personally just like to make a habit of having my exclusions all in the same spot. So that's why in the previous window I had I started the DHCP range at .20. I'm excluding 1.1 to 1.20 just for continuity. We can set the lease duration, so how long that address is valid for. I don't really like the long leases of 8 days, so I'm going to bump that down to 1. And then we can configure the other DHCP options as well, so like the router and DNS domain. So we'll leave that option checked as yes and click through there here. So the router here, I'm going to specify this. And you will notice that it didn't by default select the first address in the subnet, and that's just because the router could be any address. Just usually it's the first address, and in my opinion it should always be the first address, but you could specify something else if you wanted. And then the DNS domain, so this is my Active Directory domain, since I have an Active Directory domain. And then as well as my DNS servers, you can see the 10.2.2.2 and 10.2.2.3. And then if you have Win servers on your network, you can specify them here. I don't, so I'm not going to specify anything for this page. And then we can choose to activate the scope or not. So this is just whether or not that scope is going to be handing out addresses. I want this scope to be handing out addresses. I'm going to leave the yes option selected and then hit next. And then by clicking on the finish button here, this creates the scope for us. So you can now see that under IPv4, I now have an additional scope. Right next to the scope, inside of the square brackets, you see the 10.3.0.0. That is the scope's ID. And if we click on the scope, we get all these other options below it as well. So we can look at the address pool. So this is the addresses that it hands out. So you can see the start and end IP addresses as well as the exclusion we set up. And then looking at the leases, this would usually show us a list of all the addresses this scope has handed out. There aren't any yet. And then as well as the reservations pages, which show us all the reservations we have, though we don't have any. And then the scope options, this is where we can see our router and our DNS servers as well as our DNS domain. And then of course we don't have any policies yet either, so this is empty. And so if we wanted to edit some of the settings for the scope, we can right click on the scope and select the properties option. And this is where we can change the name if we want, we can change the start and end IP, we can change the lease duration. So for instance, if I thought 1 day wasn't long enough, I could switch this to 2 days, or well, I mean, I could switch it to as many days as I wanted. And then I'm gonna hit apply. If I wanted it to stop handing out IP addresses, it's just a matter of right clicking on the scope and selecting the option to deactivate. And then of course it asks us if we're sure, and why yes we are this time. And then to reactivate it, it's just simple right click, activate. And of course we can also look at some of the statistics of this scope. So if we wanted to see how many addresses it handed out, you don't want to go through and hand count them all, or how many addresses are available. This is where that option is, right clicking on it and selecting the display statistics option. So that is how you create and edit the basic settings of a scope on a Microsoft DHCP server.